I let this insecurity drive me. I didn't let it break me. I utilized this insecurity. Insecurities are the start point to something great. Insecurities. Let's be real. Everybody has insecurities. We all do. Some people hide them. Some people run from them. And some people, these are the people which are really fearful. Some people let their insecurities completely destroy their confidence. But the truth is, you can either use your insecurities to transform you into a better person, into transforming you into something you could have never dreamed of, into opening new opportunities. I know that sounds crazy. Or you could do what the average person does and just let it break you. Let it make you weak. Let it make you feel less than. Let it ruin your self-esteem. If you wanna be like the average person, you be that. However, in this video, I really wanna talk about how I used my biggest insecurity into becoming who I am today. I hope you're able to literally use these key topics to help you face your own insecurities. If you don't know me, my name is DABZ. Let's get straight to the video.
Nice.
So let me keep it real. Growing up as a kid, I developed something called Gyno, right? For those who don't know, Gyno is short term of gynecomastia, and what that is literally, long story short, is breast tissue, right, that grows within your chest area as men. Again, long story short, what causes this is usually through hormonal imbalances. Usually when boys are starting to turn into men, so during puberty, usually hormonal imbalances it occurs, and sometimes if you're unlucky, breast tissues can also be a factor. And unlike a lot of things which you can, get rid of, this is one of the things you just cannot get rid of. And this is something that I was dealing with back then, and it's something I'm still dealing with right now. So a lot of you guys might think, yo, Dabs, this ain't nothing deep. This sounds like a minor issue. A lot of people have it, but that's not the point. That's not the point today. The point I'm trying to make here today is that having suffered with gyno for such a long time, especially back when I was younger, back when I was a young teenager, I faced a lot of difficulties. One of my major difficulties, especially if you're a man who's also dealing with this, or is currently dealing with another type of insecurity, I was extremely afraid. I know this might sound crazy, but I was extremely afraid to be topless. I was extremely embarrassed to be topless. Guys, it was deep. I remember even having close friends and families members, when they saw me when I was topless for like a couple of seconds, they would laugh at me because of my insecurity. And it was tough. Growing up, it was very, very tough. Honestly, I'd always have to wear baggier clothes. I was always wearing black clothes. Never, long story short, you would never ever see me topless. And if you did, you was most likely a doctor or somebody who was getting me checked up. Other than that, no one ever saw me topless. at some point I had to come to a realization that because I had been suffering from this for a long time, so it's like I had to come to a realization that I cannot live feeling like this forever. I cannot live knowing that I cannot be topless. I cannot live knowing that I cannot go to the beach and enjoy myself. In fact, one of my, I still remember it to this day, one of my worst ever days of having Gyno was when I was about 10, 11 years old, right? So many years ago, and I still remember it to this day because it hit me, was when I went to the beach, right? And long story short, we all took a group picture, right? And I was at the end, everybody was topless, obviously, we're at the beach. Everybody was topless, right? And it was too funny. So even I was topless, but I was holding my t-shirt, right? I was about to put it on. And they took a picture of me topless and I was holding my t-shirt. So I was going to put it on straight away, I remember it. And obviously everyone got hold of that picture because, you know, it was a group picture. And long story short, on our way back, right, we got a coach in it. On our way back, I heard a lot of people giggling and laughing in it. Obviously I had no clue what they're laughing about. Obviously no one was letting me know in it until my brother and this other girl that was also and the coach, long story short, they tapped my back or whatever and they showed me the picture. And they showed, they literally they zoomed in at that picture and literally showed my breast, and I was like, fuck, you know, I had the girls laughing at me.
Oh my God!
I literally had the girl them laughing at me. It was crazy. Not only the man they were laughing, I even had the girl them laughing. Crazy, like. Anyway, so that was literally, and listen, you know that feeling when you feel so embarrassed, right? And you feel hot, like your back is so hot, you feel sweat, you start sweating and stuff. That's what I was feeling within that coach journey, because it wasn't even like an hour journey, it was like over 2 hours, 3 hours journey on that coach. And I had to sit with these people knowing that they now know that I've got boobs. You know what I mean? It was tough, man. It was fucking tough. I had to come to a realization. I had to come to a decision point where I could either let this insecurity keep killing my confidence all my life, or I could do something about it. I could let my insecurity fuel my development. Do you understand? I could have let my insecurity keep making me feel less than, or I could let it fuel my development. Guys, the reason why I had to repeat it was because I obviously chose to let it fuel my development. For those who don't know me, I have competed in bodybuilding. Not only have I competed in bodybuilding, but I am now also a coach, personal trainer. Not only am I a coach and a personal trainer, but I also now do fitness content. And now not only do I do all these things around fitness, every single day when I'm at the gym, sometimes even when I'm out doing my own grocery shops, I have people asking me, yo, how do I get physique like that? How do I get arms like that, etc, etc. But I was so insecure about my physique. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed about my physique years ago. So key word, I let my insecurities fuel my development to the point where now people aren't laughing at me anymore. The same people that were laughing at me, I could never forget them. The same people that were laughing at me on that coach are the same people now asking me for advice today. And this is facts. So it's like I said, I could have let my insecurity keep killing me, or I could have used it to fuel my development. And I chose to let it fuel my development. I chose to let it transform me into something I never thought I could ever become. Sometimes I believe that the Lord works in mysterious ways, because I remember once when I was younger, I was even saying, is this like a punishment from the Lord? Did the Lord do this to limit me? How wrong was I? The Lord decided to bless me with this insecurity. I repeat, the Lord decided to bless me with this insecurity because He knew, right, that with my hard work and discipline, I was going to be able to achieve the things I've achieved today. I let this insecurity fuel my development in every single area. Not only did it help me to, develop my physique. As I developed my physique, it's like a chain reaction. As I developed my physique, my confidence also went up. As my confidence went up, everything else also started going up. For some reason, I'm now finding it easy to network. For some reason, whenever I did a job interview, I'd always get accepted. Whenever I did a face-to-face interview, I let my insecurity develop me so much to the point where I've now become better than average. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I believe you guys should also take that into consideration. Let's say, for instance, let's take me away, for example, and let's say you have an insecurity of being overweight. Let's say all your life you've been overweight. All your life you've always been the big guy. You've always been a guy who, everyone mocks. You've always been the guy that, everyone calls just, all the fat jokes. He's always directed to you, right? Let's say you're that guy. And you're not insecure. You're insecure about your whole body. You're insecure about yourself. You have low self-esteem, right? At that moment of time, right? The average person will either do what society is trying to do now, which is body positivity, right? All that BS, right? Or you could be a real guy, a real G, right? And decide that enough is enough. I actually need to take care of my health. Because at some point in your life, money won't mean a thing. All your assets won't mean a thing. The only thing that will mean something to you at some point in your life is going to be your health. So you can either be the average and say body positivity, accept me for who I am, what I look. Or you could be a broke G and say enough is enough. I'm not gonna hit the gym. I'm not gonna control myself. I'm not gonna eat everything. I'm not gonna just be lazy, lay in bed all day, watch TV, play games, talk to girls all night, wank, fucking scroll on TikTok all night. If you adjust your mindset to be committed to improve your physique, you're gonna notice a lot of changes. Your own friends will treat you differently because they're gonna feel that when you're developing yourself, right? People feel it. You guys, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but when I was developing myself, right? When I was getting my body right, when I was self-coaching for my bodybuilding, when I was starting my coaching business, when I moved out, I'm parents' house, I'm 23 by the way guys, I moved out 23, right? When I moved out and all my people that knew me were seeing all this, I know for a fact they could feel some sort of energy, some sort of aura. And what I'm trying to say here is that when you're developing yourself, people are gonna feel that aura, they're gonna feel that energy, and they don't wanna disrupt you. You're gonna realize that a lot of people might not. The same people that will shout at you to go and do whatever bullshit, them same people might not shout at you because they be like, oh shit, he's too busy. Oh, she's probably working on himself. Oh, she's probably working on big things. You're gonna also notice that the same people that were picking on you will now start rating you. Or if not rating, they might start now complimenting you. But a couple months ago when I was a loser, right, that was insane shit. You're gonna notice all these differences, right? These are just a couple of examples, but you're gonna notice a lot of differences in a lot of avenues in your life when you start developing yourself. Okay? So your insecurities listen guys, this is what I think insecurities are. I think insecurities are the start point to something great. Listen, I'm gonna have to put this on the dictionary or something, because guys, insecurities, the definition of an insecurity means the start point of something great. Because believe me, I have been through it. The fact that sometimes I think about my transformation. Sometimes I think about, like kind of like what I look now. Sometimes I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh shit, this is me. And I'm like, boy, a couple of years ago I couldn't even be topless. A couple of years ago I didn't even know what a six-pack would even look like on me. I didn't even know what bicep would look like. I didn't know what tricep, I didn't know nothing. And now it's like, it's crazy, man. Now I live in my own place and it's just crazy. Man, whatever you're insecure about, whether it's your face, your skin color, your background, your finances, your past, anything, it is not there to destroy you. In fact, I believe it's there to make you reflect to what you could become, to what you should become. I used what bothered me so much into creating a direction to my passion, my career, what I do on a daily basis. All this was only achievable through fighting through my insecurity. I let this insecurity drive me. I didn't let it break me. I utilized this insecurity to make me who I am today. And I know you can do the same.